What's going on, guys? It is Jake from the Sanctum Squad. So today we got some new Sky Striker cards revealed. We got a new Link Monster and a new spell. I think the Link Monster is amazing, and I think the spell is a little bit iffy. I've just been doing some test hunts and stuff using the new Link 2. I decided not to include the spell card in the deck. I don't think it's an automatic inclusion into the strategy. Maybe if the format goes a certain way where the spell card becomes super relevant, maybe the spell will have a place. But just looking at the new Link Monster, so it's called Sky Striker Ace Zero. It says you can only special summon one of them per turn. It can't be used as link material, and it says you can only use one of these effects per turn, and only once that turn it's got two effects. On its special summon, you can add a Sky Striker spell or spell card from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and then it also says you can tribute it to special summon a copy of Ray and a copy of Rose from your hand and or deck, and then non-target pop a card. Which is obviously really powerful, and I'm just going to go over some of the interactions and how I think this card actually changes the deck, because I think that this deck is actually in a position now where you're able to go first. Up until this point, Sky Striker has basically been like a blind second deck because its first turn board just wasn't very impactful. It's Shizuku pass, and you actually have to rely on drawing into non-engine cards to actually interact with your opponent. So I'm just going to go over some of the quote-unquote combos for Sky Striker. Not that this is a combo deck, but with just Ray, what's really cool about just the fact that just normal summoning Ray, you're going to activate the effect, and you're going to special summon the new Link Monster at your extra deck. Now, what's important to note is that if you activate Ray there and they activate Fuelos to draw a card, they're going to draw a card and you're going to make this, and then this is going to activate its effect, and then this is going to let you add Engage from your deck to your hand, and then Engage can simply search for something like a Widow Anchor. So if you get Fuelos, you actually have 2 points of disruption just off normal summoning Ray, and only give him one draw. So this will tribute itself to pop a card on their turn, and then you'll have the Widow Anchor as well. But just assuming that our monster's going to resolve, we're going to search for a copy of Engage. And then we're going to activate the Engage, and we're going to use it to search for a copy of Link Gauge. The reason why we get the Link Gauge is because we need to, this can't be used as a link material, so this is how you get your Kagari out. So you just send it to the grave to summon Kagari, and then the effect of Kagari is going to trigger, we're not going to send it to the grave. Kagari is going to trigger, and it's going to add back the Engage. And then because we're actually going for Sky Striker deck now, and this is actually a viable play, we can now search for multi-roll, and then we can activate the multi-roll. We can turn the Kagari into Shizuku, and then we can go to the end phase, and we can activate the Shizuku, and that's going to let us search for a Widow Anchor. Everyone knows what we're doing here. We're searching Widow Anchor. We're going to activate it. We're going to target the Shizuku, and then this is going to go to the grave, and then the multi-roll is going to reset the Widow Anchor. So just bear in mind that this Widow Anchor is set. And then on the opponent's turn, you've got the Widow Anchor interruption, and it will get banished. And then what's quite cool is that if they don't out the Shizuku without playing around Ray, Ray will pop out the grave, and then you can use the effect of Ray to go into the Link 2 monster again, and then you can use it to disrupt. So you contribute it to summon a copy of Ray and Rose from the deck, and then it'll let you non-target pop a card. And then you'll have the multi-roll resetting a card as well in the end phase. So that's just Ray just on its own. And then I'm going to go over some I think Ray and Engage both have the same combos. The next one that I want to talk about is Ray plus Engage, Link Gauge, or multi-roll. I don't think it makes a difference which one it is. Obviously, it's better if it's Engage or Link Gauge because you're going to play around hand traps a little bit better rather than just opening the multi-roll. But yeah, so we normal summon Ray. We do the same thing. We declare the effect, and then we summon Zero from the extra deck, and then Zero's going to activate. Now, I like to search for another Engage. You don't necessarily have to search for another Engage. The reason why I do it is because I'm a greedy little piggy and you can add it back later. So we're going to use Engage to search for Link Gauge, and then we're going to use the other Engage to search for multi-roll. So we add the multi-roll, and then we're going to activate the multi-roll if the Engage goes to the groove. We're going to activate multi-roll, and then we're going to use Link Gauge to send the Zero to the grave to summon out Kagari again. And then we're going to use the effect of Kagari. We're not going to sorry about this. We're going to activate the Kagari, and then that's going to let us add back an engage. And then we're going to activate engage, and then that's going to let us search for a Widow Anchor. And then you're going to go and link the Kagari into a Shizuku. You're going to set this Widow Anchor, and then you're going to go to end phase and you're going to activate Shizuku. And then you're going to search for another Widow Anchor, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go Widow Anchor, target the Shizuku, and then this is going to go to the grave, and then this is going to trigger. And that's going to let you reset the Widow Anchor, the link gauge, and the engage. So yeah, so what's really cool about this now is on the opponent's turn, you're going to use your Widow Anchors, so this one would get banished, and then you use this one as well. So the multi-roll is like triggered twice, and then what's cool is that you can actually use link gauge to send this to the grave, to summon out the new 0, and then you can use the effect of the 0 by tributing itself to summon out the Rose and the Ray from the deck, and then you can also, so you pop a card with the 0, and then you can also use the Ray to summon Kagari on the opponent's turn, so you actually add back the if it's going to work, yeah, so you're going to summon Kagari, you're going to use its effect, and you're going to add back the engage that we used earlier, and then this can like reset the Widow Anchor like in the end phase as well. So that's it for engage plus Ray. So like Ray plus engage, Ray plus multi-roll, and Ray plus linkage, all basically the same, like I said earlier, but the multi-roll one is definitely the weaker of the bunch. The next one I want to talk about is linkage just plus a card that you can send. So obviously you're not going to be able to send a hand trap. We'll just use this terraforming as an example. So yeah, so we add linkage. It is important to note that it makes a difference whether it's a spell or a trap that you're going to send with the link gauge, because you do, like, if it is a spell that you send, you do actually get a draw off of off the engage that you search. So you're going to use link gauge to search to summon out the 0. You're going to use its effect, and you're going to search for engage. And then the engage is just going to activate, and you're going to search for a second copy of link gauge. Like none of these cards are once per turn, they are Sky Striker cards. So yeah, so you're going to send this, and then you're going to use summon out the Kagari, and then Kagari is going to add the engage back. Like obviously we do have 3 spells in the grave now. I'm not going to draw a card off the engage just to show you what you end on, like in a vacuum, because I don't think like showing you a random draw is really helpful. And then we're just going to activate the multi-roll, and then this can turn into Shizuku. Yeah, and then in the end phase, the Shizuku is going to activate to search for a copy of Widow Anchor, and then you can activate the Widow Anchor, target the Shizuku, and then this goes to the grave, and then the multi-roll is just going to reset it. You do have the option to, like, if you would, like, you can activate the Widow Anchor, and then you can just, like, if you'd rather have the link gauge in the back row rather than the Widow Anchor, you can do that if you want to. The option, like, it's up to you. It depends on what you want to do, what you feel better is in the matchup. But yeah, that's just like some of the Sky Striker interactions that I've been like working with at the minute. I think like this deck is definitely a lot better for these new cards. I think they do help. Like the Link Monster is insane. I think it's great. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.